Okay, so I've just spent the last 3 days listening to the Trump impeachment trials, and so glad the that part of it's over. And I'm sorry, I look a mess. I just took a shower and stuff, but it's hard for me to get on here because I always look a mess. But just wanted to say it's very sad because they want to talk about the big lie, which is actually the whole foundation of this situation. And to them, the big lie is that Trump was lying and that there was no, you know, election fraud, nothing, It's like, so, well, because I'm older and I'm able to watch all the hearings and different things, the proof, there's so much proof. And the sad thing, and this is the hypocritical thing, is that the Democrats, refuse to give the American people the, you know, respect to allow investigations. The courts refuse to hear anything. So every time they talk about the courts rejecting things, that's a big lie because the courts didn't even hear the evidence. So it's really one good thing is um, the Supreme Courts are getting ready this month. They're going to be looking at the hearings, the cases through Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood, and somebody else, and they may be looking at them in the Supreme Court. So, one of the channels that I really think gives excellent information, this Josh, he has a YouTube channel called Crossroads, and he does a live stream most every night at 10:30. That's northern time, whatever that is. And I live in Ohio, northern Ohio. So he breaks everything down. He's just the smartest young man. And he actually works through epic times. And he really is the most knowledgeable young man. I really respect him. So I generally watch it in the morning, but it's a YouTube channel, Crossroads with Josh. I forget his last name. So I would suggest that channel. So, anyway, okay, they don't ever show that Trump's speech, when he said to go to the Capitol, he said to go peacefully. Now, they always leave that out. Now, I do say, yeah, there was a riot, but there's a lot of proof, if you listen to Josh, that they found that there was a lot of this planned before President Trump even gave his speech. It's said that he had actually offered 10,000 um, National Guard there. That was refused. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. So, okay, so watching all their evidence was disturbing. And if I didn't have all the knowledge that I have, I might fall for it. But it's just very upsetting. There was a riot. It was not an insurrection. There was no guns. Nobody went in there and shot up anybody. It was a riot. So, one of the things that I've realized, it's like I think that we're just like conditioned for it now because we've been I have cuz I'm on YouTube like all the time and follow all kinds of different channels that do live streams, and the riots that we have been going through on our streets in the Democrat cities where Trump was offering National Guards and they were refused. We've watched burnings and stores busted into and lootings and police officers' cars burned and police officers hurt and killed, people hurt and killed. And the Democrats never come out against it. They actually incite it. So if they're going to say that Trump has incited this, I just have a problem with it because it's like so hypocritical. And it's sad, but when I see everything that happened up there, I mean, I don't feel sorry for them. And I know that's bad. And I know there were deaths, but none of the deaths actually were a result of the rioters fighting. Um, and now, of course, a lot of them are being prosecuted, and they decided to do that. I mean, I know from all the time I've been following Trump, and I had family members go there, and we've never felt Trump ever was inciting people to violence or to break laws. Um, I mean, you're always going to have some that, I mean, we do feel that there's going to end up a civil war because of the government not following our Constitution. So all of these speeches are just very hard to listen to because they seem so hypocritical, and I don't know. They talk all about the Constitution and everything, and they just give all these fancy speeches, but it's just very disturbing. So everybody needs to call your senators. That's my big thing. And tell them, vote no. Because if we really are a government by the people and for the people, and our representatives are up there to represent our voice, then we have to let our voice be known. And I came across a really good site because, like I said, that first video I did, I'm like right at the beginning of this. I'm trying to break out really let my voice be heard. And the site is govtrack.us. And you go to that, govtrack.us. And you can find who your senators are, who your representatives are. You know, you put in your address and stuff. But the cool thing about it is that you can actually track all the different things going on, being voted on, how your senators and representatives vote. And this grassroots movement is really about us actually not just complaining, watching videos, and, venting, but actually calling and speaking our voices and becoming involved. And for me, I want to, learn about what's going on in my own state, because through everything we've just been through, we found out that our governors and our mayors have way more power than the president in how our lives are affected in the everyday life. And we have to start letting our voices be heard. We have to fight back. I mean, when President Trump talked about fighting back, and he wanted first of all, he didn't even start that Stop the Steal movement. But he saw it on Twitter. I used to be on Twitter, but got kicked off because anybody who was hashtagging Stop the Steal and stuff basically got thrown off Twitter, which I count as a badge of honor. So I'm on Telegram. That's pretty much where a lot of people that got kicked off Twitter are. So All right. Well, I didn't want to make this very long, and I'm sorry I look such a mess, but I wanted to say hi, and I'm still all about Trump, all about Q, and I'm not giving up. And I do think I actually am proud of the riot and the fact that we scared the crap out of, not we, I mean they. I mean, I would never do that. And I do not believe Trump was instigating any breaking of the laws or breaking into the Capitol or anything like that. But now these guys, we need to pray for them because they're in jail and charged with crimes. And so I'm looking forward to the next chapter, but we really need to call our senators and let our voices be heard to vote no on impeaching our president because he did not incite the riot. He specifically said to walk to the Capitol peacefully. And none of the Democrats in the whole thing against them, they proved there was a riot, which we already knew, and it was horrible. But they did never show, they always cut that part out, that Trump said to go peacefully. So starting tomorrow at noon is going to be Trump's defense that's going to be presenting their case, and we need to pray for them because they need to speak wisdom. I mean, so anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just venting, but be blessed and I love you. Bye.